Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing an update on my weight loss progress. In my last video, 8 ways to measure and track your weight loss progress without using the scale, I talk about my perspective on the scale changing, and now I just look at the scale as one data point. One of the points that I do suggest using if you're not going to use the number on the scale is measuring your body fat percentage. I used to measure my body fat percentage when I would go to the gym using this device. I've never used this device. Now that we have a home gym, I wanted to look at a very convenient yet cost-effective way to measure my body fat percentage. And although these two devices are cost effective, they really aren't the most convenient. One, it's an extra piece of equipment to have in the gym. Two, it takes a little bit of time to pinch all your skin and do the calculation. And one thing that kept popping up in my research was scales that measure body fat percentage as well as other metrics. So I decided that a scale that measures body fat percentage would be the best option for me. I really didn't need a scale as I have a perfectly good working scale. I always did want a scale that was Bluetooth enabled that would automatically upload my weight to the app to make tracking much easier. Ironically, my video about not using the scale led me to purchasing a new scale. When I was shopping around for which scale I was going to purchase, obviously had to measure body fat percentage. I definitely wanted something that was Bluetooth enabled so that would automatically upload to any of my apps. And it had to be cost effective because I just don't want to spend that much money. When I found the Atexity, I immediately recognized the name brand because I used the remote control outlets for my holiday lights and my classroom lights, so I knew it was a good quality brand. The scale that I had found was Bluetooth enabled to upload to multiple apps, including many of the apps that I use. And it was an Amazon warehouse deal for $14.95, so it was definitely cost effective. Not only did it measure body fat percentage, but it measures like 12 other metrics, which I'll share with you in just a minute. If you are interested in this scale, right now it looks like it's about $19.99 on Amazon with a $3 off coupon at the time that I'm recording this video. And there are some other Amazon warehouse deals for $14.95 if you want to save a little bit of money. One other thing about this scale is that you can set up multiple users to have multiple profiles. So if my husband wants to use it, he can have it uploaded to his profile and his data won't interfere with my data. The scale measures 13 different metrics, so I'm going to put a picture here showing when I weighed in on May 13th, the day that I got the scale. You can see, I'm going to look at my screen here, I was 306.2 pounds, not my highest weight, so if you hear me talking about how much I've lost and you do the math, you might see it might not add up because that is not my highest weight ever. So it has the weight, it has your BMI, your body fat percentage, which was what I was specifically looking for. Also fat-free body weight, subcutaneous fat, visceral fat, body water, skeletal muscle, muscle mass, bone mass, protein, BMR, and metabolic age. And some of these metrics may not be really necessary to track, but I do think it's nice to see, especially as I am approaching 40. On May 22nd, I weighed myself again, so I will put that over here if it fits so that you guys can see the difference. I was 299.8. So this one is from May 13th and this one is from May 22nd. So I went from 306.2 pounds to 299.8 pounds. It says I went down 3.2 pounds because I have weighed myself in between. Just want to see how the scale is working, and it's working perfectly. So that is why you'll see the math doesn't measure up there. My BMI went down by 1. My body fat percentage went down by a little bit more than 1. You can see the rest. I don't think I really need to go through all of this. I am not an expert in this area, although I do know what all of these metrics mean. I do want to look more into like the BMR, because the BMR helps to define your metabolic age, and right now my metabolic age is 45, so it's 7 years in advance, and yeah, I'm only 38, so that's like really disappointing to see. So I want to look more into what that means. And I assume, and maybe I shouldn't assume, but I do assume that as my weight comes down, everything else is going to start to fall into line. So just something to track and measure and be aware of, because I'm a data person. And then if I see something out of the ordinary, I can also bring it up to my doctor at my next doctor appointment, or make a doctor appointment if I see something alarming, and make sure they're in the loop with that. Not only am I using the metrics from my scale to track my weight loss progress, but I've also taken my measurements. I took my first set of measurements back in February, I think it was February 23rd, and then I took them again May 19th. Now, I have not had a lot of weight loss progress in that time period, but I have had a lot of mental health progress in that period, which I think is really important, especially when it comes to struggling with weight loss my whole life. I wasn't expecting to see big numbers, because obviously I know the number on the scale hadn't moved a lot. I do feel like it was good to have a baseline and know what I'm working with. Plus, I had an inkling that I lost in some areas because my wedding dress zipped, and I keep talking about my wedding dress, but that's my goal outfit right now. I talk about goal outfits in the last video. So overall, I did lose 3/4 of an inch. So I'm happy that that number went down. There was some areas where I went up. I'll actually put the picture right here. You can see where I went up, where I went down. I'm not really disappointed. It's nice to see the numbers go down. The upper left thigh gaining 2 inches there, and yet my upper right thigh lost 1/2 inch. I mean, I guess that could be user error, that maybe the tape measure wasn't in the right spot, or maybe when I was bending down to put the tape measure around my leg, I was like standing in an awkward motion, or it wasn't straight across my leg. Like, there's a number of factors that can lead to like why that was off. Like I said, I'm just using this as a baseline, as a guide, just to have some information to look back at and make some comparisons as I progress. I do use my FitnessPal to track my measurements. I've been using that for years and years. So I will put my FitnessPal name down in the description below in case you're on there too. Overall, I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like my confidence is increasing. I feel like things are getting a little bit easier, where in the past I may have struggled with things. I am still working through my self-love workbook for women, and I'll have a video coming up soon on that. I just finished chapter 1. So I thought I would record a video and share that progress with you guys as well. That's where I'm at. I am now in the 200s once again, where I haven't been in probably, I would say maybe like a year and a half to 2 years since I've been under 300 pounds. So I'm really excited about that loss. I will be sharing, of course, more updates with you guys and all the other stuff that happens with weight loss. If you want to see more of that content, like this video to let me know, and also subscribe below. Hit that notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. I did hear somebody that I follow on YouTube call that the trifecta of love, because we are all worthy of love, and I just thought that was really cute. I had never heard that before. So the trifecta of love is the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.